Hello, welcome to the after show after the show where we talk about the show. Today we are talking about episode 5 of Hades High School, titled I Haven't Figured That Out Yet. We're going to do what we do, which is let's just go through, I'm going to go through a full recap, jump in if you got to say anything, and then we'll go around and get everyone's individual thoughts. In this episode, things happened. Starting with it, we kicked things off with Hypnos and good old Dionysus helping. The fact that you leaned in the koala bear, I decided that, I don't know why that Dionysus, I guess he's a slight animal thing going. He's going to have an animal nickname for people. And I literally just looked up sleepy animals. At first there was a picture of koala. I'm like, if that's not Hypnos, weird, tired, but also like gremlin energy on a like, yes. Swooping in a rescue, giving you a little drinky drink, getting to see a little bit of the playbooks I've been working on for the God Squad. All worked out. You didn't remember much. Well, this will be behind the scenes, something that would have actually happened because it wasn't a full success. Hypnos will play in this moving forward, would eventually remember what they saw that night, that day. On a full success, you never remember. Partial success, it's gone for a while, but eventually comes back. So I would say probably in our time passing, eventually Hypnos will be like, wait, what the fuck? I was not stung by something. Some weirdo in a mask shot me with a blow dart. So have that moving forward. That's how we kick things off. Dionysus, of course, being the man he is, just played it off just fine. Nothing suspicious there. Got the fuck out. Reunited at... God, it's crazy to think about the energy difference at the beginning of this episode, the end. Because, yeah, we went back into our celebrations. Although Ares getting a little serious with Fan, but things worked out just fine. Things smoothed over. And, yeah, everything was great.
That whole sequence had me on, like, roller skates. I was anxious as fuck during that. Like, honestly, legitimately.
It was a roller coaster from, like, wholesome to aggressive within seconds of each other. With just extreme seconds of each other from... Oh,
Yeah.
Being helped down from a tree by somebody that you've just been making out with to threatening to throw a guy off a cliff, like, that's...
To him turning it sexual to, yeah, it's...
Yeah. That was, like, fucking, like, kudos to everybody involved in that. Like, fucking, like, Rachel, Vin, you bully, like, that was...
Yeah,
fucking,
a wild
I've said it so
opening.
many times. Bruh.
And things just smooth sailing from there. Dusa patching them up. Then what do we have? We took him to the nurse, which was Persephone. Also, I didn't think of having a nurse, so fuck you for making me think of that.
You're welcome. I saw it
I
on your
saw
face.
the face too,
I
which
saw
is
it
why I
on
was
your
like, "Huh,
That
making
obvious.
nurse now, bully."
I'm like,
I realized when I said that, I found the hole.
because there wasn't like an obvious god of healing really out of this cast. I don't know, so it was like, Persephone.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Wait till I ask about the janitor next episode.
Oh,
Every
I
episode
had
I'm
the
gonna-
janitor ready.
You have a janitor,
Yes.
but you didn't have a nurse?
Nope. But that's for a later time. In terms of nurse, got a little more intel about that. Everything worked out fine. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. No, because Theseus just bounced. Dusa patched her up, and everyone went their way.
Look for pomegranates, which I think Meg definitely thought was a euphemism.
Mm-hmm.
And then you saw all the pomegranates with the orgies.
You saw the weird palm orgy and the figure at the head of the cave with the lightning strike, aka Meg. Yes.
There is one fruit in the whole family of fruits that might be one of the most euphemistic fruits ever, and it is a pomegranate.
Yes.
Cherry,
Let that
man.
bad boy open and look at it from the side profile.
Yeah, cherries.
Berries.
Cherries? Really?
Let me-
Peaches?
Let me eat that cherry.
Peaches?
Oh, I literally
Cherries and
Bitch.
peaches are the modern pomegranates. Pomegranates got
Yeah,
the history of
pomegranates
being the
got the
sexy
history.
fruit.
Because the fruit, Adam and Eve, the fruit
Yeah.
was a pomegranate. It wasn't an apple, it was a
Also,
pomegranate.
Face
Like,
Off
It
made
was.
peaches less sexy.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Nick Cage's
But-
whole "I could eat a pizza" that made
Listen,
it so unsexy.
stop.
But call
Why
me by
would you
your
say
name
that? It
brought
was
back.
fine before you reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Because if I had to remember that, you had to remember that. Nick
That's
Cage
fine.
could eat a peach for hours.
But the figure in the lightning was Meg?
Yeah, we saw that
Yeah.
later.
Wait,
Well,
but that
I'm
was also the
Later.
vision.
getting ahead of
Later.
myself.
Oh snap!
Did you guys have an orgy and forget?
Didn't quite make it to the orgy.
Didn't
What
quite
else
make it
happened?
to the orgy.
Oh, we had the Theseus with the and then Theseus, the beginning of the L train. First of all, though, I love your take on how to put Zeus in this place. That was good, and I was able to build off of that with the
Amazing.
other things. That was a gift. Thank you for that. I like not even the direct like, yeah, I'm just gonna out QB him, or I'm gonna outdo this. It's like it's the versatility. He could think he's the best at this, the best at everything. Fucking great. Theseus, gift that keeps on giving. So that was great. Starting to help with the Zeus arc thing. But then not as lucky with Athena, because the more I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, her whole thing was like, I like you because you're not like everyone else. And then but also like, how would you not get in on that Aries energy with the thing? So it's one of those things. It's like, oh, that was a sad combo for me to have. I was rooting for your role that one. That was, I was like, all right, here we go. And then back to back with Artemis. But also like the idea of like hunting with Artemis and Dusa. Or just being like, all right, let's quiet game. Let's go hunting for things. And then Dusa watching him strike out with her.
Oh.
But it kind
Giving
of
me
worked.
the moment to go shh to be seen.
Yeah, that was the best. Yeah, Dusa doing good stuff. Oh, God, that was good. You guys don't miss anything. You pick up on everything and bring it back better. Also made some great cave curiosity, which tied in later. We had that. We had, what was Than and Meg? What were the rest doing during that? No, I guess not. I guess we're waiting for you guys to sneak out. So that happened, and then we had her sneak out, which was another Artemis strikeout. I wanted her to be there with you too. I'm like, oh, that could be interesting, because I'm like,
I know.
I wanted that so bad. Oh god.
but also I don't know. I'm loving the because again, Theseus is so entertaining when he's Theseus, but those moments of like it not quite working out, I'm like, I kind of love those two, of how he sort of handles those uncomfortable situations that you can't just charisma your way out of. Though it ended on an okay note, which fucking Thandarin later, which we'll get to. But then we explored the cave, which was a trip. Fun for everyone. Started out portrait, worked great. Good job, everyone. We finally got the portrait thing taken care of. And then the gaze into the abysses, which was great. I love the brothers both succeeding fully, so I could do that whole like twin mom. The partial for Dusa, which I had a thing, and then May got in the way of the thing, which made the thing better. And then I had the red string thing. Complete failure. If you had followed that, I mean, we all have an idea of what was at the other end of that string.
Please tell us for everyone. I just want to hear you say it.
Still in the pocket. Still in the pocket.
I don't want to give spoilers to something that's like 10,000 years old, but like,
Right.
Exactly.
you know,
I just want you to say the words.
just say it.
Never.
Say it.
Never, because there's a twist on it. And it might not ever happen. We'll see if you guys actually get to that. There's things that don't have to happen. I got plenty more happening. But yeah, that was great. I like you turning it into a weird slasher-esque, almost like Eldritch-esque, like weird mindfuckery, people disappearing, what's going on. I wasn't, not how I thought this episode would be, but I loved it. And then everyone dying in the caves was great. Not Dusa though. Dusa once again toughest in the group. I love that Meg did the follow thing, because when you're like, can I do this? I'm like, yeah, because this could turn out great. Running into a Gorgon, which clearly wasn't Dusa, but something is around, which more on that later. From that to them finding my most hated enemy in the game. Those fucking, what are they actually called? Those laser beam snake fucking things.
I hate them.
They're like they
I
remind me of
forget.
something from Conan. It's just like Conan the Barbarian ass just
Yeah.
crystal motherfuckers.
Yeah, to me, like you guys, the visual you guys with the flashlight, like the prism into the, I'm just gonna roll with this, and then of course the Indiana Jones buzzsaws, which also sneak up on you. But yeah, 3 terribly failed rolls on that, which I'm like, okay, you guys are fucking dead. And then Deuce, like, does she look heavy? I'm like, yeah, I don't know, roll. Smashing me. It was great. But gave me a great opportunity. I'm like, oh, everyone can be Darkest Self. I'm like, if we're gonna be Darkest Self, let's do a full fucking Darkest Self. Especially, to me, it's worse for Dusa being the only one not. Because I'm like, if anyone's gonna
Yeah, that was horrible.
if anyone's gonna really feel like ostracized and not sure what to do and like have a nervous reaction to that, I'm like, if anyone's a person left out of that, Deuce is the worst candidate. So of course it worked out that way. Yeah, and then you guys all fucking nailed the Darkest Selves. Just woke up causing trouble, and it was just that's what it was already. I don't know. You guys gave me everything. It was such a it was tense with the tunnel stuff, but you were all like together, and then just seeing everything just fall apart, and you all just leaned into it so well, and just that was I felt bad. It was hard, but you guys fucking nailed it. Very tense, very good. Bravo, everyone. Great use of Darkest Selves too. We got to pretty much see all the moves this episode. That's what I was thinking. I was like, everyone got to bust out their playbook here. Some great playbook counters. It was also fun seeing how they play off of each other. Kind of worked out in interesting ways, with like Meg being like, no, you can't actually run from me, but Dusa being like, you also can't do shit to me. Like, I don't know.
You can't move.
Yeah. It was some really cool turn of events. Also just cranked it up to full, like, yeah, so stuff isn't normal. So it's always fun in Monster Hearts finally getting to that point to where, like, you know, we're just high school students and we're officially in a place where we're not just high school students. Than, though, when he learns something about you, fucking great use of that. And also the rivals. Getting rivals.
The rivals.
Such
I
a
love
good
them.
moment
Yo,
to use that.
Like that is, oh god, like I hate that, like okay, so Than and Theseus is fucking Shawn Michaels and like Triple H. That it is to a T. That is a wrestling thing, but it is 2 guys that want to be the top of their fucking like marks, and even though they kind of butt heads a little bit, they get along with each other. And then there's just a moment where it just falls apart with them, and I cannot wait.
You
cannot
bringing it back to
wait.
wrestling at the end and the walkaway. I'm like, fuck yes.
I want
I'm like,
that belt. Oh my god.
If that's not a promo, I don't know what is. Great.
Oh my god, can we actually make a promo of them? Can we make a wrestling flyer of Prince and West? Please. Someone
Yeah,
make
dude.
that.
Oh, which reminds me, I actually have.
that artwork. Yeah.
I should have said in the thing.
No, I want it just of you two. Just do it for the episodes. Just
Both of us. Yeah.
face off each other.
Just doing
I
like
have the Thonic
Yes.
Kids wrestling
It's
shirt
like-
up. I need to actually. I forgot to talk about
You
that in the episode.
son of a bitch! I told you I needed it for Dragon Con.
Well, it wouldn't have been. Well, maybe it would have been. I think I finished. I was talking to Wes about last week. I think I finished it that night, and then I went to a stupor.
And told none of us.
Well, then I
Yeah.
started classes, and then everything just wiped from
okay.
my brain. I literally
Yeah.
just now remembered that I accomplished something, which was
Yo, literally the night I sent it to you, and you were like, "Hey, there's an extra ace that needs to be in there," and I was like, "Fucking, I don't fucking know, dude."
it's because
Chthonic.
every time I have to think about it, and whatever way doesn't make sense is the correct way. That's how I was remembering.
Yeah,
I just Google it every time. I literally Google it every single
Too
time.
many H's.
but it's there. It's in the wild.
It's there.
folks.
So those of you
Fucking
watching
buck
this, we got merch. I think it is on my link, the Table Goth link tree. I just haven't promoted it yet.
wild. Oh,
Man, you're gonna make me work for this?
No,
speaking of
I'll
which,
send you stuff.
So I like to do things for people that I'm in games with, whether it be dice or art and stuff like that. And I thought it would be great for y'all if I could make like wrestling shirts for y'all. It was already easy for Prince because the man.
As I gave the shirt.
Yeah, I'm working on like some like shirts designs for y'all. So if you have any ideas of like how you want like a wrestling slogan, it could be like "You're whipped" or something like that with Meg, or Mr. Sandman with Hypnos or something like that. Like
Hit him with the feather duster.
Yeah.
hit him with a feather duster. Like just let me know. Send some notes or something like that, because whether I see you in the future or if you're like, yeah, no, here's my address, just send it to
Well,
me.
we're all
like,
camping outside Prince's house and he doesn't know it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crawl out of
we're
our
all-
tents in
we're-
our shirts.
shirts, and then like I'm just like, oh, you know, we don't have much here. We can start a life here, but we don't have much here. But we have
I have a
Also
corner
one-
house, so I have the biggest part of the sidewalk for everything.
There you go.
Okay, like I know we're all saying this because we're going to there, but I own a house. Like
Same.
everyone could just come. Okay, cool. Then
Yeah.
we have a
Yeah.
summer and a winter house.
Like like during PAX, like during PAX, I'm like, if people want to come and kick it at my crib, I have the space.
Yeah,
You say that, which
summer
means
at
I'm now going to
Prince's when
buy
they're
my
not
plane
at,
ticket.
April's. I just want to be able to say that.
We winter at
Yeah.
April's.
Yeah.
Just, you know, yeah.
Atlanta.
We summer at Princess. God, it's
Ah.
like our own little Hampton.
You don't want to be here; it's cold.
Well, that's why
No,
the winter
no,
here
no,
and
summer
summer there.
Never mind.
Summer there.
It
Summer there,
might
winter
be
in
cold.
Atlanta.
You never fucking know.
For
Climate
now.
change fucking
Yeah.
our shit up.
Yeah.
Like I had a lot of 50 to 60-degree days in December that threw me the fuck off
That
as someone
doesn't
from the
make sense.
Midwest next to a lake. I'm used to lake effect snow, and then all of a sudden it's like, here's a 60-degree day.
That makes no sense.
And no
That sounds like
snow.
Atlanta.
Deal with them.
We got off track. Where were we?
Speaking of dealing, that's what we do here. We get off track. On
Darkest
track, all the darkest self things happen. I had no idea how my story was going to progress, but I loved this news story even more. That's why I just remember that moment being like, I was not prepared for this, but how could I not? This is beautifully scripted for this to happen. That
Billy,
happened.
you sipping your drink
Ugh.
during the shit with
Bro.
me, Wes, and then was the funniest shit. I was trying to
Yeah.
keep my shit together because I'm like trying to have this hot moment where like everybody's getting pissed off, and here you are.
Because I wanted to be like, roll the shit down. Okay, no, you roll the shit down. Oh shit, Hypnos, now you roll the shit down. But I'm like, I'm not interrupting this. I'm just gonna let this play out naturally because you guys were fucking firing off.
So good.
I feel like
And
me
I-
every time I've watched True Blood or anything like that. It's just fucking.
I have my drink. I'm just like, this is where I live now. You guys, I'm the audience. It was great. Then we all headed back one at a time, starting with Dusa, who I've been waiting on the footprints from the pool, and I'm like, Dusa's first there. She gets to see it. That was fun. Down to Than's, I don't go to my room. I'm like, Dionysus, what are you up to, my guy?
Homie, okay,
twist.
so, homie, look. I gotta get a boon somehow. All right?
Wait, are you planning to get a boon with that booty?
Yeah.
Booty
dog.
boon?
That's what I thought you were going to beat his ass or something. Oh,
No.
no,
Someone's ass was gonna get
Doing-
beat.
Yes.
But
Look,
I'm pretty
I went
sure
there.
Than is the bottom.
heat-seeking missile, fucking like
a
I'm
cop
like,
car.
because
Oh my
we see this
god.
conversation, dude. All right, no, but homie, like, look, I went there with one intention, and that was me. I was gonna prostrate myself before the altar of Dionysus and be like, look, because it's the thing. It's like I've got to do my work, and if there's one way to get it work, I was told at the beginning I have to get a boon from
someone's
someone.
prostate. Yeah.
And there's
God damn it. I'm just
On
thinking
your
of that
knees.
scene.
prostrate before the
And
prostate.
And Friday,
Yep,
I
yep.
suck your dick.
But I went there with one intention, and you gave me something else instead.
Oh, the way you turn that, because
Which was some satanic ass bullshit.
If you-
Let me tell you, I was over here seething.
Just a little.
if you didn't pick up, the reason he wasn't there, if you remember on the way out of the cave, that purple haze.
I knew that was gonna be Festive Fog.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love Festive Fog. That's like my favorite boon.
Mhm.
There was a palm orgy going on. You guys died on the way there, but there was still some stuff going on in their caves.
Mhm.
And yeah, so I'm like, oh yeah, you wouldn't be back yet. But I'm like, you know who's fucking listening and knows if people are walking into the God Squad room? Fucking Artemis. And you, God, you took that, and I thank you. Also, it broke my heart because I'm starting to love Artemis as a person. I've always liked Artemis, although she's like, I don't know. With all the big, fun personalities of the gods in Hades, Artemis is clearly like, she's cool.
I loved Artemis from the start.
She has some of my favorite interactions when
Yeah.
you give her a nectar, and like how she reacts to that shit is like
Okay.
it's almost heartbreaking of how she reacts to it. She's
Yeah,
like, I don't
and
want this.
then-
Why are you giving this to me?
Yeah. And then you putting that on her. How dare you? How
So
dare
mean.
you?
I
And
love
somehow
this system
hearing
so
her
much.
footsteps became a sad thing, and I'm glad.
Yes.
I'm glad we were all on that
That
page.
almost made me like, I literally had to like, is there a tear?
I would like to say real quick. We just mentioned that we want your face, Bully, when like everyone else was talking, but Prince, your face when that was happening, like there was like you went through the whole range of emotions. Like I'm gonna come through the camera and whoop your ass, Wes. To like you, it was amazing.
There's been no greater love and like that I've had with this system than like it is very much like and that's the thing is that like a lot of people that I've played with, like they don't really connect with the system, and you are all connecting with it. Is that this is a CW show? This is fucking
Yes.
heightened drama.
Yes.
And like a lot of people like put like a lot of feelings into it, and they I've played with games with people where they get offended by shit that people do when it's like where and we have to do that, you know, that aftercare and everything about it and everything like that. But like if I'm going into a situation and I'm playing this game and you put something like that in front of me, homie.
Keep it feral, and you guys
Oh my
have been
God,
fucking.
exactly.
You're
No,
the
that was
most
what you said from the
feral
start.
group of
And I was
people
like,
I've ever
all
met
right,
in my
I gotta
life.
go ham.
Like
I will
when,
break this hypothetical girl's heart on a whim if it will give a reaction
I took
in
that
the
personally.
audience. Ooh.
That's why I was
we
like,
could
you know
tell.
what?
We saw it in your
Darkest Self?
eyes.
I'm going to shit on everybody. I'm going to break hearts.
We're about
I'm going
get
to
into
make
that and how
everyone
happy
feel
I am
bad.
with you guys.
Wait,
yeah.
shit, where were we? We gotta get back on track, man.
The Artemis, there's always those moments. I'm the most dramatic person I know, so it's always like, is this just weird and cheesy, or is this actually as weird, dramatic, and works? And it's, to me, Monster Hearts is always on that line of like, in the wrong context, this is just eye rolling, but in the moment, it's like, oh. And you gave me one of those moments with Artemis, and I love you and hate you for it. And then we went to bed, and then. God, I also like, I've always planned like this was going to be our End Time Passes episode. I'm like, I was not ready for End Time Passes with everyone in Darkest Self after this falling out. When last episode, everyone came together in this awesome way. We got kisses, we're winning competitions, everyone's hyped. And then one episode just falls. You guys giving me the best back and forth. You guys are just, again. But yeah. Our time passes. You guys gave me fucking everything. Which again is something I sort of talked to you guys off camera about. Monster Hearts is an easy game playing high schools where you do the day to day. All right, tomorrow I got to do with this. Then I got to do with this. But I need things to happen, and I want this whole campaign not to take place in a week. But it's so easy to do that too. So I almost was like, too much shit's on the line. I can't pass time, but I'm like, also it makes more sense to me that these weird dark feelings take time to slowly leak out if they do. So it again, this felt scripted to me, how well things just lined up, your guys' reaction to things, what you set up, but I fucking loved it. Starting with Theseus leaning full in to our time passes, just starting off telling me how much you bully Zeus. I'm like, of course you do, but great. But also you leaning in. You guys are so good at taking and failing forward. Like you saw the Athena thing wasn't working, the Artemis thing. You could have been like, I want to fix this during this time passes. But you're like, nope, I'm an asshole. I'm this, I'm that. I'm everything that I know you knew make Athena grow distant. I'm like, oh, I was rooting for you guys. But yeah, I love that you're willing to lean into that's not working out right now. So
it just made sense. Like, if
it
this
made
is
sense,
where my
actually.
character went with Darkest Self, then all of those personality traits, the worst personality traits he has, that's just gonna extrapolate to everything that he does.
Yeah, and in my mind, I'm like, Thena wasn't too into you being those personality traits, but like in a positive way. Like the stuff with Aries wasn't bad. It's just not her vibe. But then
Right.
so you went into that and then also turned it negative, and I'm like, fuck you, don't do it. Think of Athena. But yeah, I love that you leaned into it and did that arc. Especially you specifically targeted her, like, I try to be better than her. I try
Oh
to
yes,
test before
absolutely.
her.
Anybody who's number one at a thing around him, he's going to go above and beyond to beat him. Like in the chat, I was like, "Oh, Dusa cleans. Guess what? I'm going to clean better than Dusa now."
I am trying to
this
have
room
this
smells
really
like
emotional
sweat.
moment, and I'm like, I see that in the side. I'm like, God damn it, Prince! I really want to talk about this right now because I feel like that was a missing scene of when the first time Dusa goes in there and he's like, "I have this."
A clean off.
Yes, we missed the clean off.
Also, I love the detail of you working out in the common room. Like,
Yeah.
I love how you went the full in, like, no, I'm just straight bullying people, but I'm also just doing these ridiculous, annoying things like working out topless in the common room.
There was a guy in college that used to do that in my dorm freshman year all the time. Like he had worst first introduction ever, like worst first impression ever. And so from that point, he was just like, nah, I'm gonna be in everybody's like peripheral. And like he's sitting there, he's doing chin ups in the fucking common room. He's running laps around the dorm. Like
Yeah.
he's doing everything. He's coming in, he's sweating, and he's just like, sup. And I'm like, I what? No.
Why are you like this?
I would have thought those are fictional characters had I also not met one. Someone lived in an apartment below me, an apartment complex I lived in. Ground floor always had their door wide open and would work out right there. When I moved in, I remember my dad just saying something a little too loud, like, "Did you fucking see that guy?" And I'm like, his doors, he can hear you. But yes, I did. And it's those people exist apparently, and now I know. And now Theseus is one. But anyway,
He's one.
I love that. But also, it all worked out that, like, weirdly, I'm like, that's also like, God, that's Aries energy. And Aries, I've been having fun playing Aries to where, like, having these redeeming, like, if you get him in the right energy, it could be fun and supportive, but also he's clearly not all, I don't know, problematic. And yeah, you just took Aries and you both just leapt into the dark side, and I love that. Also, the pick for Pat for your mentor, thank you. I immediately started firing off ideas, and I cannot wait to use that.
As soon as you said we're gonna pick mentors, it was always in my mind. Like, especially once I hit Darkest Self, it was cemented. It was like, well, if I'm feeling good, then I'll pick Sisyphus. But then I went Darkest Self, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to prove myself to this motherfucker that I can be artsy fartsy as fuck if I need to be.
Yeah, I love that, and I'm glad. I meant to bring up the mentor thing earlier when we did the staff introductions, but again, I'm so glad I forgot, because this was such a more fun, like, interesting way to pick your mentor during all this. And then we had Hypnos. Vin, every time you open your damn mouth, I don't know what.
Right?
I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm on
Vincent?
edge.
Vinny
And-
boy.
And every time I
Yes,
think,
yes.
like, oh, I see where they're going. Nope. Yeah, zig when I zag. And then targeting Zeus, and then literally the mole thing did not see coming. Such a
No.
God. Again, the gift of I don't have to do anything. I don't have to write anything. I don't have to think of any plots, because you guys are just creating these disasters that I just get to let you do.
Listen, it was so like I was trying not to break watching you guys. I had to like stare like at just a bully as we went through that entire thing. And like I was looking for something like, okay, where could bad advice be? Where can that happen? I initially, if it hadn't been for the rivals thing, I was gonna egg Theseus on to like knocking Than out. That was my
You're a grim. You're a
told you.
You're a goblin.
And before that, my
Creepy
plan
little
was to get
goblin.
everybody on Dusa. So I was like, well, that one doesn't work. That one doesn't work.
Bring it.
What's
Hypnos,
left?
Bring it. I thought we were friends. I took care of
No
you.
one is safe. No one is safe. I'm not safe.
Anybody can get it.
Yeah, when
If
you're
I
like,
help your
okay,
brother next
because
time.
initially I'm like, oh yeah, you're gonna fuck with Zeus or Zeus. Okay, okay, and then you're like, you need a mole on the inside. I'm like, what? I'm like, the
I would
writers
like
this
to-
season are wild. But that's
Wes,
I
you
got.
need to clip that when we all heard that.
Oh,
The
That
mole
was
thing?
the
Or
gift
bottom
because
thing?
Oh,
both,
and-
both. All our faces during both of that were on point.
when you first, because those are what the first thing you said is like, I'm at the bottom, blah blah blah. I was like,
And I was like,
I knew it.
yeah, I was bully. Will remember that. I instantly locked that away, and I'm
I
like, let's
was put
see
in
where
chat
this convo
immediately
Everyone
from
goes.
did.
there. I was like, so bottom confirmed?
Yeah, I think that was like 10 people said that in chat. Bottom?
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
Hypnos just say that they were bottom? Hypnos just admitted they were bottom.
Said the word,
Hypnos
said
is a
the word.
bottom.
But yeah, God, such a good way to bring that up and like get a glimpse into his weird destroyed psyche as Theseus is bullying him, so he's having all these power fantasy things, and then you just be like, oh,
The real kingmaker, the real vizier, the real fucking like just fucking. Oh my god, you
Yeah.
malicious little shit.
Right?
Want that on my testimonials, you
Yeah.
malicious little shit.
You
Like that
malicious
is
little shit.
Vin's been sitting here watching us play this game and been playing a whole seperate game and
I felt like-
Yes.
ready, just like,
here
Just to
lies
say-
You guys do
Vin,
your
the
game.
malicious
Have
little
fun.
shit. Like
know
I
what your
think
next
I'm the
condition
one
will be.
sitting here like when you're saying things like, "Oh, I'm going to use this against you," and then Vin's on a whole nother level doing that with all of us.
the boon thing was like my favorite part. Oh, I'll just think about I can give you a boon. Oh, you are so smart.
God, yeah, you played right. You played him while playing everyone, and then also just gave me the perfect ending to that. Of
Oh,
you
shit.
set me up for that bottom line, which I had to take.
And that's the bottom line.
that you had to take.
Oh.
Oh my god.
And then what did we devolve into after that? Darkest Self? Yeah, it quickly
Oh,
just became.
Could get out of his darkest self. I said he was gonna
Yeah, complete chaos ensued, as of course it would. And then we went to Thane. We've seen their darkest self. Saw it again. Studying, purpose, sad boy Than, sad boy hours. Oh, that assignment for Nyx. And you, yeah, when you were like, I list their pros and cons, I'm like, okay. And then you started actually listing them, like, oh, so we're doing this.
Right?
Starting with poor
Good on you for
Dusa.
having that. Okay, I just
was-
real quick for my own. How long have you had that list?
Since that list was there, since when Nick said, "Hey, you need to like do this," I like that's why I was like every time in the game I was like that's why
You would
Thanatos
always
has
mention
his
writing in
notebook and
the.
a pencil, and he's writing in his notebook and things of that nature because that's what he's
Writing
I mean, that's-
down your flaws.
Rachel, your face just
But-
now when he said how
But
long
the
he's
thing-
had that list.
But the thing is, so I had that in my back pocket because I wanted that 10 things I hate about you moment. But I wanted it to be in class where him listing off all the positive qualities and everything like that. And like him being like gassing up his friends and stuff like that.
Oh,
But it didn't turn out that way because Darkest Self is a cruel and terrible bitch. And
I think that was better.
And using I had that list, and so like as soon as we hit Darkest Self, I was like typing in, and I was like, what are things that he would say? Like no spine and insecurity and no ambition.
Yeah,
And that's
what-
the one thing he would go back to is no ambition.
yeah. Watching April's face when you started with Deuce, I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah.
Right?
I do.
I wasn't gonna do it until I think maybe April said.
I think I
like,
provoked
list
you.
them.
I asked you to list
in the
them.
chat. You said
Yeah.
list them. You're like list them, and I
Yeah,
was like,
you did.
I
You did.
wanted it. If you were gonna
fucking
say that
yeah.
you had this, I wanted that
Yeah.
fucking list.
Yeah. This is
God.
death facts all over again.
was
dude.
great.
Like,
Also love that. Yeah, so keep that in mind for characters moving forward. Is Than has said that about everyone. In front
we
of
don't know
class.
that.
I thought it
Because
was.
he did it
Oh,
just
it
in
was a
front of Nyx.
private.
it was just a
It was an
nix.
assignment.
It's just a nix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she gave that
Good to know.
assignment to him in private.
That's
She
true,
didn't give
that's
that
true.
to him in public. And so,
We
yeah.
don't know that's what he really believes of us.
Ugh. Yeah, that was good. And then our next moment, which we'll return to at the end, and then Meg, who just won't help her friends.
I
fuck, Meg?
thought about it.
Bruh.
And I was like, this is the stuff
Bruh.
Meg would do. And because that's why I was like to Wes, where I was like, Meg would push, but I don't think she would try to push past, especially if it was like he's focused on like what he's doing. Like, if he was being an asshole and like calling her mean names, she would push on it. But like, the stonewalling, she's not going to. And then the Theseus stuff, I was like, she's only gonna try to make him feel worse, actually, and that's not gonna get him out of anything. So
All these people needing her help, and she's like, "I'm gonna make sure Deuce is okay." I'm like, "Deuce is fine. Deuce is only."
Hey, but she repaired that friendship, and that was very important.
That's true. That's true.
fucking locked Dusa.
Yeah,
Just
you struck
later.
Deuce though, which is a crime.
I know. Like, I'm going for that. Yeah. So sorry, friends, I didn't help you, but
Dan
No, it was
punched
perfect.
Theseus.
It was
He
perfect.
punched him.
Uh huh.
There would be
but
absolutely no
hitting Dusa
consequences
is
to that.
still worse than that. Okay, you hit
Yeah.
Dusa.
Yeah.
Like, I know I might be partial because it's my character, but who hits Dusa?
homie.
That
That
like,
is fair.
I would say I didn't want to do it, but in the moment it was pretty fun.
See, could I just also, Rachel, thank you for being you and like checking in to make sure it was okay what we did.
Mhm.
I love you for that. That's another reason this group is just amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that whole cycle of like checking in and making sure everybody's okay.
Because
and like
we just do it. We're not prompted. It's not a rule. We just do it because we're
Mhm.
decent people. Everyone in this table has been fucking amazing.
I wouldn't have listed off those. Well, I just want to say I don't feel that way about any of y'all. You all
Oh,
have
I
wonderful
know.
ambition.
Oh no,
and, like,
that's
your
scarred
group-
in my head. I want to remember that forever. April took
Yeah,
that personally.
no,
April's
yeah.
gonna remember that Wes said that.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I'm
but,
like, all of these things are true about my characters.
Oh, they were all right.
I would.
Let's be real.
I wouldn't. There's a lot of people that I've played with before that I would never feel comfortable with doing something like that with, even in Monster Hearts, where it's like I could not take the time to like do all that with. Yeah.
Yeah, I very much
Y'all are
appreciate about you
fantastic.
guys, especially since that was in our which the video just got wonky because I just looked at a Zoom chat for the first time because I can't do that while we're streaming because it
Mhm.
Yeah.
messes everything. So
This is why I zoom full screen, yo.
I got too much
That's
shit
why
going on. I
the
can't.
chat pop out,
But then
and I just don't look at Zoom.
Yeah,
generally.
I appreciate you so much as players for, like I said, yeah, just doing that automatic check-in because, like I said, this episode got kind of dark. We got mean with each other, but I very much felt the trust was there. And again, you guys took those personal losses, leaned into your own stuff as well as checking in with each other's stuff, and it was, like I said, you could tell there's a lot of trust there, and because of that, the drama was impeccable. It was great. That was Meg. Dusa, also studying. Also, I'm glad we got to work in you helping Hypnos with this, because we did our session 0, and Monster Arts games start with, you have strings on each other's based on like prior things, like this person's done this, or this person has seen you do this. So we sort of did our own version of that, and Dusa got some of her early strings by, we would decide later on that she would be helping Hypnos essentially stay afloat. Again, timing worked out so well, where the Hypnos darkest self doesn't give a shit about anything. That's what Deuce is like, I have to fix everything, and here's just covering for that, setting yourself, working things out with Meg, which was nice. I liked that happened. Oh yeah, and then what else do we do with advisors? Hypnos with the Orpheus advisor. Again, you just chaos on chaos. So many things to process. Than with Nyx, which makes a lot of sense, and because we know in the game there's a familial connection, so I liked that sort of to play out without them actually being related. And then Meg with Achilles, that I like as well, and Deuce with Persephone, which also makes a lot of sense. And then hitting you with the pick one.
Oh damn, that hurt. Like that hurt me, April. Like April took a minute with that.
I went back and
Because-
forth. I'm like, everyone has the opportunity where we can start next session. Everyone like, we know the darkest self happened. We know this sort of period happened, but we can come in, hopefully start repairing. But I'm like, also though, if we come in and there's that one outlier who's still a problem,
Oh, that
could be
was
really
beautiful.
good. So
It
I'm
was
like,
beautiful.
Pick one. And you pick Than, which made sense too, and it was great. Also, that
I was
scene between
hoping
you
so
two.
hard that it
I was
wasn't.
shocked.
You didn't pick me. So
was
hard.
shocked.
I was
Well,
like,
because
please don't pick me.
It makes sense. Like I feel like Dusa would have gone to Theseus, and Theseus would have just been a complete asshole on
He
more
would
than
have
one
too.
occasion. Like on and like worse than normal because you were always Theseus has always been kind of mean to Dusa, and like it would just compact, and you just became such an asshole of a god that she's like, well, fuck you. I'm gonna try Thanatos next because I feel like it should like go back and forth between the two of them.
Yeah. I like you verbalizing that, and then playing out that scene. Yeah, you and Wes fucking nailed it. That was great.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted us to play that out, but I decided it was gonna happen.
I'm so glad you did.
Yeah, when
I'm
you
so
jumped
glad.
into it, yeah, I'm sitting back, I'm watching it. I loved it. The cherry on top being the mix CD at the end, of course. Hugging it
Right?
up. All around, 10 out of 10, all around. And then
That was what almost broke me. That fucking scene right there. I was like, I was on the verge. I was like right there. I was like, you motherfucker, don't you do it.
I was like, can I
Not
get
yet,
myself to
not
cry?
yet.
Can I get myself to cry? Come on, April, you can cry. No, not gonna cry. I'm gonna run away.
Not yet. Not yet.
that was good. Like I said, we've had
Comes later.
God, the arcs that have happened in just this episode alone, fucking brilliant. And then ending with seeing someone shirk a dark fate. You got to see the mirror. You got to see a glimpse of what the hell's going on with Zag and this island. And then Zag's back again. Hooray. Third time. It's a charm.
Everyone stay away
And
from
he's
him.
with the God Squad.
Hypnos is my roommate now. Interesting.
Hermes is.
Hermes
He got-
is your
Hermes.
roommate.
Hermes, I'm sorry. Hermes, thank you.
Oh, he's gonna
Uh,
be kind of pissed. He got kicked out of the gods to come.
Hell.
And he got kicked off the hill to come down with us.
Because in my mind, he's the one that probably would still be the friendliest to you guys, help you guys out the most. Where Ares is super tight with Theseus, but it's Theseus. He's not necessarily tight with the rest of you. And Theseus is acting like a god, so he's not really lowering himself to you. Or I think Hermes, as time passes, will probably get closer to you guys. Which, if you got to shuffle, he's fucking out. And also, I think Zeus is in a really bad spot to where he's willing to start cutting his own and going with that.
I was half expecting you to say Poseidon. Like Zeus kicked him off the hill.
Oh, that would have
He
been.
needs him though. He wants to, but
He's a second.
Zeus isn't in that
Yeah.
position to where it's a risk kicking Poseidon because Poseidon is kind of almost an equal with him, and that could backfire on him, especially giving Poseidon to you guys. So it's weakest link out. Zach's in
'cause-
the project.
Because
Our-
like that
Theseus will
technology
definitely
wise.
use Poseidon as a tool against
That's true.
Zeus.
But
100%.
dude, Hermes is also going to be a really good tool because Hermes. I already turned Hermes into the deuce of that group. He talks.
Yeah. I also like Hermes. He's obviously the messenger god, but Hermes himself is the message. Him being kicked out, kicked to the bottom of the mountain. That's the message in itself too.
And, like,
Hermes
mythologically
Hermes
wise,
is a
it's
trickster
so-
god.
Yeah,
so
like-
I'm like,
Yeah.
Hermes is a trickster god. I'm like, I wonder if I can get him to play some pranks.
It's also a little bit of I'm gonna give you this and see what you do with it. Although I'm keeping Hypnos away from him. Hypnos, you've done enough. No more, please. No more tools for you.
Listen, if I don't have anything to play with, what's gonna happen? I think things just get worse.
Fucking
That's
give
it.
that goblin a toy.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's our recap of things that have happened. Like I said, this episode was we had our fun, but also got a little darker than the others. We got to explore a little more things. Thanks for being vulnerable. Thanks for trusting each other and trusting me with that experience as well. So let's go around, give our highlights, our player highlights, our character highlights, whatever you have to say about it. Starting with Vin.
I like that that 13-12 dark roll was so good for Live Free, Die Free, whatever that line was really nice.
Live freely, die freely. Yeah.
Thank you. That scene that we got to do, Prince, Wes, I loved it. The banter, it was just back and forth, snap, snap, snap. If not, like, I wear dark nail polish. I do too.
Yeah, the fact that you had props prepared, like this is the most scripted show I've ever been a part of.
The writers
I painted my
deserve a
nails
raise.
right before session too.
We
Like,
accidentally so hard.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so good.
honestly. And then again, just y'all's faces when like the mole thing, it was so good, and I, y'all are the best.
Yeah, that was a doozy. When you get all of us like that, you string us along, and then fucking you pulled us off that cliff. Good on you. Wes.
As is tradition, you are all fantastic and wonderful. You are some of the best people I've ever roleplayed with. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me. Awesome. What the fuck to each of you. And that means like legitimately to each of you. You are all wonderful, like role play partners, yes-anding, like improv. Like I could see us doing Noises Off or something together and having just a fucking wonderful time. Noises Off, wonderful play. For those that are watching that doesn't know Noises Off, please go watch it. Christopher Reeves is in a wonderful like film version of it. It's fantastic. But no, Vin, fucking play the game, dog. Homely. Like, yo. Zeus, going to talk to Zeus in his dream. Like, you had that choice where it's like, do you go to Zeus at his lowest point when he's like in real life, or do you go to his dreams? No, in dreams. Just like Roy Orbison, we go in dreams. And you went and you killed it, and that play off with each other is great. Prince, homie, I love sparring with you. Like every week, I love role playing with you. I love sparring with you. Like you are such a giving partner. Like it is fantastic. Like you are clever. You're witty. Fuck, dude. Like it's so fun. It's so fun. Rachel, holy shit. Like every time like you go into it, you're ready. You're fucking, let's do it. Let's go. We're full bore. We're doing it. That I did not know how, like, starting off, because I knew we were going to be starting off. Like before today, I was dreading. I was like, we're going to be starting off, and I don't know how I'm going to react to like having, in character. Like, how do you react to having your brother pass out beneath you when you're making out in a tree? How does somebody react to that? I don't know. I've never done that before. Not even Stanislavski could save that ass. Like, and like no, that like it's fun. It's fun. It's fun getting to like to interact with you and like be able to role play with you, and like every time I look forward to it every time. April.
Wes.
April.
Wes.
Broke my heart. You broke my heart so many
You deserved
times.
it.
So I know I did. No, like like
April becomes her darkest self as a player each,
as a player. Yeah. No, like,
and we all deserve it.
you like. I said it before, and I've said it multiple times, but like I would not do things like this with people if I didn't trust them, and if I didn't know that they could handle it, and I didn't know that they were emotionally mature to handle it. Because I've been around people, I've played games with people that are not emotionally mature enough. Like it happens and it blows up in your face when you're like, you think that you're doing something that's like engaging or like something that's interesting, and then it blows up in your face. And like honestly, like I love those quiet moments. These quiet moments between, like, the bombastic moments when things are happening. We did wrestling and all the stuff like that. It's fucking fantastic. But those quiet moments when you just have two people, that's what I look forward in, like, the movies that I watch, the television shows that I watch, the music that I listen to, like, anything like that. Like, it's the quiet moments that, like, that interact between when two things just work. And it wasn't even, I didn't have to do anything. All I had to do was just sit there and listen and nod my head and just say the appropriate thing at the right time. But you led that. You maestroed that. You created that whole scene. And that's you. And that's fucking, like, kudos. Like, in some of my games, we do star wishes and feelings, which is like an old theater thing, which is like you give a star to somebody, you give wishes to somebody, and feel in your feelings. But, like, you get my star for that. Bully. Holy shit, dude. Like, I don't know how you do it. Like, you take 5 like, I don't know if we're ambiverts or whatever new word that comes out of the internet of the week, but like you take like these five wild people and you're taking your own kind of like narrative and like you're taking an established lore and things of that stuff and you're making your own narrative with it and you're making it interesting and you're putting so many things in front of us and you are like just working off of so many people at so many times, and a lesser like game master, a lesser storyteller, a lesser director, a lesser producer, the wheels would have fallen off a long time ago. Like things would have fallen apart and you're killing it. And like there was a post earlier today on Twitter where it's like, who are, you know, because TTRPG Twitter, shit goes bad when we all know this. Shit goes bad when you have people working with each other. And it's like, who do you trust to run games for you? And I was like, yo, no, it's Bully. First off, I'm going to fucking put Bully first. Because throughout this whole thing, it has been fucking wild. Wild. Holy shit, wild. And like, I keep coming back for more because I trust you, dude, and I trust like everybody else here. But like I know that like no matter what happens, even if we get to a point where somebody says something and it hurts somebody's feelings, or like something happens and like somebody kind of has a negative reaction, I know that you're gonna be there every single time to be able to make sure that everybody's okay. You're the fucking landing pad. You're the safety net. You're all that stuff like that. But you're also like the conductor. You're all that shit like that. So yeah, favorite parts. Every single part of this episode. I'm so long-winded. I wish y'all would tell me to shut up more. But yeah,
Hey,
no,
Wes.
I'm so long-winded. Thank you. But no, like, y'all are great. Every single one of you are great. I would come back for this infinitesimal times. It doesn't matter. I would hit the repeat on this every time. That's me.
Wes, king of the compliments, king of the after show. Rachel, always have to follow it up. Good luck. What do you have to say that is better than that? That will make me feel as nice as Wes just made me feel. Trick question is impossible.
Hey,
I know.
Bully, can you roll to shut down Rachel?
No, he doesn't have to. I have generalized anxiety disorder. It's pretty easy.
You're amazing and wonderful, Rachel.
No, I'm
I
good.
love you.
That's just built me up, so it's okay. No, that was so fun. This episode was crazy. I didn't know where it was gonna go. I honestly thought where we were starting, I was like, I listened to a bunch of like love songs today because I was like, this episode's gonna be real wholesome. Like we just had all our kisses. We just had so much fun. I had a little bit of a rough day. And so I was like, I'm gonna get hyped for this. Let's get into like a positive mood, listen to my love songs, and then it started like we were gonna stay that way until it didn't. And then it was perfect. Everything about it was so fun. Getting to come out of my just like skirt death, be my darkest self, and immediately throttle Dusa was deeply horrible but also very fun to play in that space and just be like, yeah, first I am just here to punish everybody and to take it out on the least deserving person. So April, thank you for being such a good sport about that. Also, just when Meg peeled off, just Vin and Prince and Wes having their big confrontation scene in the caves was so good. I was having the time of my life watching that. It was so great. I don't know that I have anything else to say that hasn't already been said other than this is so fun. And I feel like every encounter gives each person in that encounter the opportunity to like have a moment or do something cool and sort of, I never leave an interaction being like, oh, like that was really one-sided or focused on one person. Like I just feel like every interaction, everybody is like giving it and also getting something in return. So that's really cool to be able to be part of.
Excellent. April.
Hi, everyone. Everyone's favorite dumping ground here. Sorry.
April and Dusa, I think, are the strongest among us.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
I have one thing to say is I didn't roll any failures tonight. Sorry, guys.
good for you.
The instant.
I'm so proud of you, honey.
Oh,
Wes and I see you.
Well, then, first, I would like to say I did roll failures and I leveled up, and I have a new move.
ooh, tell us.
Which I took this move for Theseus, but I don't think this move is going to help Theseus out much because I don't think I'm going to be helping him. I now have the move better than before. When you help another character heal harm, they also gain +1 forward to confronting the source of their harm or heal an additional harm. So Theseus might want to start being nice to Dusa because that could come really handy in wrestling. Just saying. Just saying. So if he wants to be rude, she might have to switch teams.
The gauntlet. It's been laid again.
Hypnos can come work with you, you two little weasels.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh,
I'm starting to feel really good about my choice to mend my relationship with Dusa rather than help these two.
yes.
I mean, everyone was so good. Like, I didn't want your guys' fight to end between like Than and Hypnos and Theseus. Like, I'm just sitting here watching this going, you guys can keep going for this whole time. Like, I am here for this. And then the secondary fight between, I'm like, yes, keep fighting. I love this. Meg, Rachel, thank you for that. Run away, don't run away, run into you, freeze you, don't freeze you. You fucking just smack.
Straight up, I know you did it last episode. I was like, and now I'm gonna fucking shut her down because I'm my darkest self. I forgot you could do that.
That was beautiful. The
That's
whiplash on that was great.
That's why you notice anytime anyone says they want to shut me down or turn me off, I go, really? You do? Bring it.
I'm also so glad I got to do the runaway thing because I've just
That was so cool. And then Bully. Okay, real quick, Bully.
That's
I
me.
need you to go back and watch Rachel in my face when you answered for Dusa. Because I don't know if you were watching that, but we both lost our shit. Because I was about to say something like, wait, did
I was okay. Okay. Remember, I'm coming into this from a super wholesome place. I was like, and now Meg and Dusa are gonna bond over this side.
Yeah,
of
we
the
were gonna have our sweet moment.
friends forever.
I thought we were gonna have our BFF time, but no. Bully had other things planned. And then
Planned, yeah. That's generous of you.
it's the writers were great this season. And then like just everything. See, finding the footprints. Thank you for giving me that. Deuce is not gonna obsess over that for a while. Totally not gonna happen. But then pulling Than out of his darks. Oh, and yes, Theseus, Prince, I was not going to pull you out. The look on your face when you got darkest self, I knew taking that from you would just crush you. You revel in that, so it had to be
So
Than.
good at it. So good. I can't wait.
And Than is supposed to be the leader, and he's let us all down.
Hey, the leaders are rivals now. God, I can't
And
wait
so
for that
Dusa
season.
had to let him know that he let us all down. But
Oh yeah, that was a great moment.
I do need that mixtape now, please.
We need to do that. We need to plug our Spotify playlist. I know
We
some of you
gave you
one.
playlists.
I did not. I didn't.
My playlist is amazing. I just need you
It
to look
is.
at. I am very funny. I am hilarious. Please look at my playlist.
Bully, do you want to be the one that drops that on social media and everything?
I can. Let me
Or do
make
you want us all
myself
to
a
do it
note.
individually?
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah.
But
Why
yeah,
not
I
both?
need
But
I
I'll
need
do it. And feel
Than's-
free to do what you want as well.
I need Than's playlist for Dusa. Because depending what's on that depends the next episode.
Ooh, okay.
We're going to
A
a
lot of
dance.
fucking pressure on-
And you
yeah.
just gave Dusa a mixtape, which I'm sorry, I'm of the age that when you give a girl or a boy a mixtape,
Oh, that was the move. That was
like you got 2 hugs from Dusa, which is the most affection she's given anyone.
Anybody?
Hey, I just want to say, last episode, in last talk, Avril was like, if you're gonna make out with Dusa, then you have to try a little bit harder.
Yeah, you're
And,
trying harder. I'm giving you props. I'm telling you, make
you know.
you're putting in the groundwork. Keep going.
You guys do not miss details, and
You stop being your horrible self. This is gonna be great.
it's the next level. Darkest self
There's
and
gonna-
horrible self.
There's gonna be a really awkward talk with Dusa and Meg if anything happens between Dusa and Than, because that's gonna happen.
Mhm.
I was saying
But-
Meg's like,
Oh yeah, but you know Dusa's gonna be real weird about it.
By definition, Meg's not the jealous type.
I know, but Dusa's gotta be real weird about it. Like literally them talking too long, Dusa's gonna be weird about it.
Gotta keep it feral. Gotta keep it feral. Anything else from you, April?
Oh, Bully, more Dionysus. Dionysus is my favorite. I fucking love Dionysus. I love every time you're Dionysus, and now Skelly. Dionysus and Skelly. That's all I need for the rest of this game.
Orpheus back.
Who? Oh, wait, yeah, I do want Orpheus shutting down Than more. Those three characters I need a lot more of.
Too many
There's a dance with
NPCs.
music. There's a dance with music.
Yeah,
happening,
yeah,
so,
I
you
got
know.
plans for
Look at that.
Orpheus.
Oh god, Orpheus is the DJ. I
On
now
that
need a
note-
playlist from the dance play.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Make it.
that
another
actually
one.
is a great,
I need
great
a dance
idea.
I need to be listening to that in the background during that game.
There is
Because-
one request that I have as myself,
Give it
as
to me.
Wes. It has to play at every dance, whether it's a school dance or it's any kind of dance, and it is "Sleepwalking" by Johnny and one second, I want to make sure that I get the name right. It is the stereotypical like
I don't know if I know that.
dance song when you hear it. I think it was in La Bamba as well. Santo and Johnny Sleepwalk.
Oh,
Is the
yeah.
yeah, listen to
See-
it. It's
We're about to break all the copyright shit on
Also
Twitch
with
next
the
week.
well, that's why we listen to it at our own. You just say play track 2, and then we play track 2.
Yeah, follow along at home.
with the
Exactly.
audience. Yeah, no,
There-
No,
There
that is
is an
exactly how you
extension
do
for
it.
Chrome that lets you see what the
Because-
person running the stream is.
Bully, I just need you to know.
We're giving Bully
the-
so much work.
But it's so worth it. You're
The
you're on my
songs
level
that-
of extra, and that's
We
what this
all
game
need
is.
to know what songs we dance with each other to, because that's going to be important.
There'll be some for
Oh
me.
no!
I have
let
such
you guys-
plans for the dance.
I'll let you guys throw
such
those in there, too.
plans.
Yeah.
I got outfits. I got accessories. I got a whole.
Oh yeah.
Theseus.
First off, fuck you and your string, because that's what started Theseus's whole thing. That started my all right, so first off, today in the game, it told a story of Theseus's downfall, because all those fails and dice rolls to the string in the cave, it was all telling the story of how Theseus is just gonna fuck everything. And so all of that happened, and then you killed him.
Me? No. Roll 20.
But along those lines, I have to say thank you to Wes and Vin for playing off the random as fuck shit that I decided to do there. Because I was like, you know what? Theseus is after the string thing, I was like, all right, I'm at my wit's end. There's some spooky shit happening, and I don't know what's going on. Someone's going to have to tell me about it. And
You
then
had
it all
3
just came
arguments at
out.
once.
It really was. It was entirely emotional vomit coming out of Theseus.
That's why you took Dusa with you, isn't it? You wanted to see weird shit happen.
Yes.
You're doing
Yes, and I
such
wanted to
a
see how
good job
disarray-
of
yeah.
essentially being the audience for the weird supernatural shit, and being that pointing out whoa, what the fuck? That's not normal. This is weird. This is spooky. Stay out of my dreams. Yeah, I said it. I think you did that on purpose. I can't prove it, but I know it.
Theseus wouldn't have said this in front of Meg and Dusa, but because it was only the three
Fucking
of
creepy
them,
brothers. Yeah.
he was like, y'all are fucking weird.
Also, truly one of. Well, I'll get into my stuff. Keep going. Keep going.
I basically I think the way that everyone played off of each other this whole episode just had me, the moments were great. From when y'all were outside finding finding Hypnos to bringing him inside and Deuce are trying to help out to Skelly being like, I don't have any cream except ice cream. Like,
I forgot about that.
trying to get Than riled up enough to play in the contest. It was like everything just kept working together in tandem so well. And that's like, this is one of my favorite reasons of playing this game. Like, I get hyped on Tuesdays because all of you play, like, we all play off of each other so well that, like, whatever random shit that we come up with at any given moment, it's just like someone's on it. Like, or a thing that happened 3 weeks ago, someone's on that shit to bring it back to the forefront to be like, I'm not letting you forget that shit. It's perfect. It is magnificent. I love it.
You finally
What were
got
you
to
about to
throw Dusa. You said that in Session Zero that your plan was to throw Dusa, and you got to throw Dusa.
I was on it. I was like, yeah, so you know what we're doing? Just tossing Dusa in the air as a celebration.
And then May coming in and like catching her, like, why? No, like,
This is a person, you guys. This is not a ball. It's a person.
Oh,
Man.
started out so sweet, guys.
Really did.
Yeah, it just flipped this episode. And everything. It's like X-Men Axis, where everything just turns and everybody's bad guys now.
We brought it back to kind of sweet at the end.
We did.
oh, but it's the perfect kind of that bitter. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I'm so glad I got a chance to have some comeuppance, even if it made me turn to the devil I hate. I am Zeus now, and I realized that, but I beat Zeus.
We did.
Yeah, the journey you're on to where you knock the king off his throne just to become like a worse version potential. Like I said,
So
the
good.
writing this season, I can't. Well, I'll let you. Anything else from you, Prince?
I got nothing else. I'm so looking forward to the next week. Like, I love this so much.
I have never been more an audience member in my own game than this episode, this game. There were the full scenes where it's just me reacting with the audience of like, oh shit, he said this, he did this, he's doing it, he said what, and it's just fully I exposed as a hack I am of just you guys running the show and me just freaking out over what's happening. I loved it. I can't express enough. And also, this is I keep forgetting that this is the first game that this group has played together. It's the first time someone's played together at all, and it's wild to me that I've never seen such instant, flawless chemistry. Especially in kind of a Monster Hearts, I think, is the potentially most uncomfortable game to play with strangers because you're turning each other on or you're being mean to each other. That's two of the main mechanics. And that's something you build into in other games, but usually you're working together to defeat your enemy. And this is from the get-go. There's none of that. And it takes so much vulnerability and trust and just being able to read each other and play off. And it's you guys are killing it. Like, truly, I had I don't want to say doubts, but I just knew this was sort of a big ask for y'all just to come together and be great. And like I said, I held hands for a little bit. But as soon as I let you guys off the fucking leash, you guys are just, again, it's a gift. It's making my job so easy. And these last two episodes have been the most up to you guys episodes. And it does not feel, it truly feels like just these perfect twists and turns were built in that I wish I could. I want to show people my notes for this, or lack of, for this episode, where I'm like, yeah, this is where they get to figure out things ended on such a good note. There's that weird thing with Hypnos and Dionysus, almost sort of like things are getting romantic and we'll build up to the dance with the romance. That's not what this episode was at all. And I loved it. And it turned out, again, so like I couldn't have thought of the better, like, yeah, it is way more fun and interesting going into this event, this romantic dance thing with these weird bittersweet tension where things aren't just all like you're all fighting at the dance, but there's those things bubbling, some unresolved. I'm so excited. And where better to fucking lay that stuff out, resolve things, or make things worse than at a dance.
Because we all have great memories of high school dances. every single one of us, I'm sure, has wonderful memories of high school dances.
God, you
They're
guys
so great.
set up again. I had my expectations, what I sort of had an idea of how things would go, were just, you guys immediately destroyed them, tore them up, and I got to sit back and watch something way better unfold. You keep potentially making me reveal big things that I had planned for later immediately because they're all are nosy and curious, but it's just been, I love it. It's been great.
And you said nice things about us, but you put this table together, so good on you for picking great people.
That's the only thing that I feel like I'm accidentally some sort of casting genius in the sense that no offense
like,
to people
I
that
had
weren't
issues.
chosen, because we had so many fucking good applicants for this. This was one of the hardest things I had to do, but that was something I did purposely think of, is getting a feel for everyone's personalities, and it wasn't necessarily this is the best. I mean, you guys are the best at what you do, but also like how do these people play off each other
How are you
and
gel?
yeah, and
You did a great job.
It's the hardest
I
thing
had
that you
a
have to
lot
do as
of-
a showrunner is fucking
Absolutely, 100%. As someone who's done this, it is very fucking difficult.
yeah.
Well, like you said, we
Going through
haven't
the
played with each
applicants
other.
and stuff. Yeah.
And this is a special type of game. And like I told you my reservations when you first asked me. And like after the first 5 minutes of talking with everyone, I was like, nope, this is home. We're best friends now. Fuck y'all.
Yeah,
Flirt and fight. Let's do this.
that was the greatest thing, especially because I'm not nearly as nice or positive as any of you to be like, I'm gonna be the super nice person who brings everyone together and makes everyone feel good. I'm like, I want them to trust me, but your personalities and just your talents as players, and just you're all creative geniuses, and it's just been beautiful. Like I said, there's multiple scenes where I literally just sat here and watched, just edge of my seat, and then remembering, oh, this is I gotta play. I'm running this game. Shit, what do I do now?
It's the best feeling as a storyteller
Oh,
when that
yeah.
happens, though.
Well,
Yeah.
You're
also,
like,
it's really hard to have scenes that like I had to cover all of you up. Like I could only look at Wes during that scene because like I saw people in my I'm like, nope, we're covering that up with my playbook because I can't look at you right now and do this.
This
well,
is
you sipping out that straw almost broke me. I'm like, I'm trying
Yeah,
to be in a
so-
serious scene here, and you're just like,
Every
that
time
was
Billy,
just
your
that was
cup
my
came
honest
up, which is
reaction. I was an
perfect.
audience member at that
I
point,
know.
just like, oh,
That's the best
You and
part.
your cup bully. God damn that cup.
oh.
The hardest part about being in a scene with Vin is when you're playing a character that is like not giggly at all, and then Vin says the funniest thing you've heard,
Yo, right?
and then you have to just I can't do it. I just giggle, and I'm sorry, that is a flaw.
Never
But
look at Vin when you're trying to do anything, because Vin either
in a
either
scene
has such a reactions that will make you laugh, or reactions that will make you be like, what the fuck is wait, what are they playing?
with your
What's
play.
What do you want to?
Never go into someone's stream. I don't know what he's
you hear
talking
certain
about.
words,
I'm like,
you can
little
see where the
motherfucker.
seeds of a plan are planted, and when Vin lights up, you're like, what? And you
Yeah, no.
I
now
never
get nervous
rewatch
when
my
Vin
shows,
pops
but
up.
this is the one show I fully 100% rewatch just for the face reactions, and it's
I am going to rewatch this show from beginning to end of season once we're done, just to like go through all
God.
the emotions of
Hey,
what
watch
happens.
party in December.
yes.
like look,
Yeah.
In costume watch party in December.
Record
I rewatch
commentary.
This show every week. I rewatch the show every week, and like the first
Don't
episode,
play
I
with my
watched it on
emotions.
like 1.5 speed because I was just looking for parts to like GIF. That was it. That was all I was doing. And then like after that, I was like, no. I'm like I watch each episode in full because I noticed things. I noticed like eye movements through the camera. I noticed like people making odd faces. I noticed like those things when you say things like, and it's like y'all are for everything that I do GIF, I have a folder of things that I gift that I'm like, I can't gift this because there's no context, and it's not like because I mostly like
I
when
want the
gift-
no context gift
well,
folder.
that's the thing is like when I gift things, it's I gift it because like I want y'all to be able to have like a reaction to something because I think it's cool for for somebody to tweet something and then you can give a reaction where it's you either doing that or you doing that or you like doing a bunch of different things.
I feel like that was directed at me.
I mean, last episode and also the wrestling episode, everybody flicked the bird at the camera. Everybody did. I mean, it is a gimmick in of itself of wrestling. But no, like watching it, y'all are just so. Y'all are just watchable. Y'all are very watchable. Y'all are very entertaining people to like keep through, and I think that's why we have like a very like dedicated audience. It's not like
We are
massive.
watchable. We are.
Respect,
Us.
Respectfully
watchable.
watchable.
Watching respectfully watchable.
There are a lot of people that are watching respectfully.
Oh, I don't
Not
watch
like
this
a dedicated
respectfully.
group of-
Mm-mm. There's no respect when I
Yeah,
watch
We've
this
even
shit.
gotten into,
Cool.
yeah, yeah, you guys are killing it. I say it every week and I'll never stop that. And also we're watching, there's a fun thing to do that I'm sure we've all done as storytellers is you plant those seeds, like details will come in later, you plant those seeds and you watch them play out. You guys do that as players a lot. You guys don't forget shit. You guys say something, you remember you said it or you remember this character said it and you bring that shit back on me. And I'm like, who's telling the story? Because you just remember that. Yeah. This again for.
I have been plotting stuff from the start of this game. I was like, we're going to
6
go into
pages
the
of
whole
notes so far.
tactician thing.
And you
I'm
would
going to
never think Monster Hearts is a notes game, but like, because there's
6
not like
pages,
lore to
right?
remember or all this stuff to remember, and especially since most NPCs are ones you just know anyway from we're all being Hades fans. But you guys are fucking like, you don't miss anything, and you bring that shit back. There's so many full circles, and we're just getting into it. It's great. And then
We only have 3 more episodes left.
yeah,
Don't make me sad.
Don't say it.
yeah.
No, I'm saying that because I realized that, and we're
Yeah.
about it. We only have.
And another thing I worried about is the pacing on a shorter thing. You guys have had full, like, I can end it now, and we've had such satisfying,
can't.
good like the character
I
arcs.
dare you to try.
I think I was talking to April the other night, and I was like, I would give Bully so much money to do.
Oh, we were
Elysium.
talking about season 2.
Yeah, I was like Elysium University or
Yeah,
whatever.
we
you
haven't
wanna
officially
fucking call
talked about it, but I
Season
feel
two.
like
Season
schedules
2.
willing, we have to. But yeah,
I
it was
will pay you.
I feel like I would make my schedule work for
the
something like that.
the arc you guys have given me,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
the character development you've given me in fucking 5 episodes. You don't get that in 3 seasons in a lot of things. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I'm not ready to say goodbye.
Another
any
quick
of you?
note.
This is
Or
going to
these
be
characters?
Saved by the Bell, the
Yeah.
college years. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're gonna be
It-
playing these
it can
characters
happen.
until it gets
We got
weird, and
plans.
like we gotta stop.
Yeah, well, what was it? Someone talked about the senior home. Wes said something about playing in a
Geriatric cards.
geriatric carts.
Geriatric
Yes,
carts,
that's,
yeah.
that's gonna happen. But
Please
also,
do
man.
that for y'all.
That-
I've been
I
working
will
on that for
hit
so
them with
long.
my cane.
yes.
Let me show you what I can do with
Going
my
back to that
cane.
3-way argument that we keep talking about, but
Wait,
also
the 3-way?
yes, the Hypnos
Yeah.
and Theseus. As someone who I love player on player tension and arguments, but those are the hardest things to do, especially with people you've been playing with forever. Because most arguments, like in real life, just go one direction and they just keep escalating until someone has to stop it. I was blown away by the give and take all 3 of you did listening to each other. Because a lot of things like, oh, my character, I got a good point, and you wait to make your point. You guys just every response was actually reacting off of what the other person said. Everything built off it, and it wasn't a constant escalation. It was so many like just ebb and flow with that, and then it was just so satisfying. Everyone made great. It's such a weird, seemingly small thing that just as someone who loves those things but knows how hard they are to come across in a way where you have that actual back and forth and giving each other your moments. God, that
Really?
was good. That was so good. My hats off to everyone. We've almost done an after show as long as an actual episode. So
Because we have to keep talking about
Yes.
it.
we
Where's
just
my
played the
big
game,
save?
and now we spend just as long talking about the game we just played. That's the biggest compliment I can take is that fact. But
It's cool. Can we tell all the fans that like after we're done with this, like we're gonna keep talking about this on Twitter?
yeah, that happens
Like we
half
still
the time.
keep doing this. Like this doesn't stop.
Like I said, this was just all the stars aligning for this cast, and it makes me happy. But that's our just a few of our small thoughts, not in much detail about this game and each other. 3 more to go. Next one. Peak for the audience, peak for you guys. Homecoming. Take what you will on that. It won't be minute one homecoming, we obviously need a little bit of build up, figure out who's going with who, what's going on.
So there's a costume change during break, is what you're saying.
That's
Yeah.
up to you, depending how difficult your costume change is.
I got 4 dresses. I haven't picked one yet. Let's do this.
If you want to do
it, baby.
a costume change at break, absolutely. If your stuff's too hard to get done and you just need to start in it, do what you got to do. But yeah, we're dancing the Hades High School homecoming. Let's make it happen. The setup.
Fantastic.
I have so much to
I
work with now.
can't wait for Theseus to roll to ask out Athena.
I don't
He's
know.
I don't think that's even happening. I don't think that's who he's asking out at all.
I don't know what's happening. I don't want to know. I'm ready to roll with
I'm
this.
not giving no hints. Nothing. You get
So
nothing.
excited.
That's a great idea.
Look forward to that. Look forward to this dedicated crew needing to have a costume for every occasion because, again, extra is the name of the game. That's it.
That's
This
the
has
real
been
reason we need season 2.
episode 5 of Hades High School. Thank you for watching this. Thank you all for talking about this forever. We will see you next time. Goodbye.